Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. Today, I will be introducing our topic on cross-cultural communication and negotiation, with a particular focus on Saudi Arabia, a country of growing global significance in both economic and geopolitical terms. Saudi Arabia, located in the heart of the Middle East, is not only the world's largest oil exporter, but also a key player in sectors like infrastructure, finance, and increasingly technology. With its Vision 2030 initiative, the kingdom is actively working to diversify its economy, reduce oil dependence, and attract foreign investment. This makes it a vital business hub for companies and professionals around the world. But doing business in Saudi Arabia is not just about understanding the economy, it's about understanding the culture, because culture deeply influences how people communicate, build relationships, and negotiate. Saudi culture is shaped by Islamic values and tribal tradition. Respect for hierarchy, seniority, and family ties is central to both social and business interaction. In business setting, you will find that decisions are usually made by top executive or key family members, reflecting the hierarchical nature of many Saudi companies. One of the most important things to understand is that Saudi Arabia is a high context culture. This means communication tends to be indirect and nuanced, rather than saying no, alright, we will think about it, or inshallah, meaning God willing. These phrases can sometimes indicate hesitation or refusal, but is done in a way that maintains harmony and avoid embarrassment. For professionals from low-context cultures where directness is valued, this can be confusing, but in Saudi Arabia, perceiving dignity and mutual respect is key. Non-verbal communication such as body language, tone of voice, and even silence can carry just as much meaning as spoken words. Another central value is relationship building. In Saudi business culture, trust is essential before any deals are discussed. Meetings often begin with a small talk about family or shared acquaintance, and this is not a waste of time. It's part of the process. Business is personal, and establishing rapport is often prerequisite and to negotiation. Time perception is also worth nothing, while punctuality is appreciated. Saudi Arabia follows a more flexible, polychronic approach to time. Meetings may start late, but interrupted, or last longer than expected. This isn't a sign of disorganization, it's a reflection of the importance placed on relationship of rigid schedules. In terms of negotiation style, expect patience, politeness, and focus on a long-term relationship rather than a quick wins. Aggressive tactic or pressure can backfire. It's important to remain cautious and allow space for discussion and reflection. Lastly, nonverbal etiquette matters. Avoid overly expressive gesture or physical contact with the opposite gender in professional settings. Dress modestly and remain respectful in both posture and tone. To wrap up, doing business in Saudi Arabia requires more than a good product or service. It requires cultural sensitivity, patience, and an understanding of subtle communication dynamic. In today's presentation, we will explore this idea further and look at a practical example to help you navigate cross-cultural communication and negotiation effectively with the Saudi context. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. In Saudi Arabia, bargaining is part of everyday culture, especially in traditional markets. It's expected that you will negotiate instead of accepting the first price. The process is friendly and respectful. It's seen more as a social interaction than a business fight in formal business settings. Bargaining still happens, but it's more polite and indirect. Saudis prefer to build relationship first before discussing price or contracts. Rushing into negotiation may be seen as rude. To bargain effectively, stay calm and respectful, don't show desperation, and be prepared to walk away politely. In UAE, bargaining is not just about a price, it's about building a trust. Thank you.
Mr. Adam, thank you for having us. We have made some changes based on your feedback, especially to pricing and delivery.
You're welcome, Mr. Putra. We appreciate your flexibility. It shows good intent.
Yes, we reviewed the new offer. The pricing is much better now, but the delivery timeline still feels a bit tight.
We understand. Our logistic team is looking at nearby hubs to help move things faster. If needed, we can also add local support on the ground.
That's good thinking. For us, fast delivery is very important, but ongoing support matters just as much. We want peace of mind.
I completely agree with you. We are ready to offer extended support and training free of charge for the first 6 months.
That can really help the local team. Should we include it in final terms?
Yes, but before we close, we like to adjust the payment terms less upfront and the rest instead. That's our usual way.
That sounds very fair. We are happy to work with you with a milestone-based payment plan.
And if it helps, we can put performance guarantee in writing just to make sure everyone feels secure. Okay?
That is appreciated. A good deal work both ways. Al-Akhad, al-Misaki, la yunafad. Fair contract should last.
Wow, beautifully said. Let's move forward. How about we review the final draft next week?
InsyaAllah, Mr. Putra, Mr. Azim will follow up with you. And BCT, thank you for your clear points. Your team has been professional all the time.
Thank you, Mr. Adam. It's an honor to work with you.
We look forward to building something strong step by step.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Saudi Arabia, where is sealing a deal or starting a partnership, understanding how negotiation works in the kingdom can make all the difference. So, in this video, we will explore essential facts, practical tips, and negotiation difference. All tailored to Saudi Arabia, unique culture, and business environmental. So let's start with some quick facts about Saudi Arabia business culture that influence negotiation. Fact 1. Saudi Arabia is a high context culture. That means relationship, trust, and indirect communication matter more than direct facts or number. For fact 2, the business is often personal and negotiation may take times as Saudi prefer to build a rapport first. And fact 3, the decision-making process is top-down. Final approval is usually comes from the highest-ranking person, often the company owner, a senior family member in a family business. And for fact 4, meetings may not start on time, and agenda can be flexible. Patience is a virtue. And fact 5, Islam plays a major role in a daily life. Be mindful of prayer times, Ramadan, and religious value when scheduling and negotiating. And now, here are 6 negotiation tips to help you to succeed in Saudi Arabia. The first one is build relationship first. Don't rush. Saudi prefer to deal with people they trust, and small talk social visits matter. And the second thing is be respectful and formal, and use titles like sheikh, doctor, or engineer when addressing people. Dress conservatively and professionally. And 3. Be patient and possible. And negotiation may take time, can include back and forth discussion. Don't show frustration. And 4. Avoid hard pressure tactics. Aggressive or confrontational behavior is seen as rude. Use a calm and respectful tone. And the 5th one is use a local intermediary. we call as a WASTA. So having a local advisor or sponsor can help navigate a bureaucracy and build a trust. And the sixth one, be prepared to revisit point. And even if something seems agreed upon, okay, it might be negotiated. Stay open and adaptable. So what does a typical negotiation process in Saudi Arabia look like? So here is step-by-step overview. So the first one is initial contact, often arranged through introductions and intermediaries. Email might not get that much traction alone. And the second thing, informal meetings. Expect informal gathering first over coffee or a meal to get to know each other. And the third one is formal discussion begin. This may take a several sessions. The pace is slower than in Western country. And the fourth one, deliberation. After meeting, Saudi counterparts may take time to deliberate internally before responding. And the fifth one, agreement, or not yet. A handshake of a verbal agreement can be important but always follow up in a writing. And the sixth one is contract signed. Ensure that is contract in Arabic, official language or dual language format, that clarity. So to sum up, respect the culture, be patient, build trust, and understanding the decision-making hierarchy by doing so. So you will position yourself for a long-term success in Saudi Arabia. So thanks for watching for more global negotiation.
Hey, whistleblower.
Assalamualaikum, ya Habibti. Welcome to my store. Please have a look around.
Waalaikumsalam, Mr. Ahmad. Your pieces are so beautiful. I'm especially interested in this type embroidery abaya. So look, wow.
This one, you have a good taste. Masya Allah. For each 500 riyal. Handmade.
Lovely, but I was hoping to buy a few pieces. Could you offer a better price if I purchase these 5 pieces?
For 5, I can do like 420 riyals. It's a quality work.
That's a good start, but I was thinking if 380 riyal per each, especially if we build a long-term partnership.
Okay lah. Halal, 390 riyal.
That sounds perfect. Thank you, Mr. Ahmad. I'm excited to work out with you.
Alhamdulillah, this shop always open for you.
Ah, thank you.
In the United Arab Emirates, the decision making within the business environment is deeply rooted in tradition, hierarchy, and relationship building, unlike the fast-paced, individual-driven decisions seen in many Western companies. Emirate organizations, especially those that are family-owned or government-linked, tend to follow a collective approach. Decisions are rarely made by one person alone. Instead, they are reached through careful consultation with senior board members, respected family figures, and other key stakeholders. This reflects the cultural value of shura or mutual consultation, which is an important principle in Islamic and Arab societies. Patience is seen as a virtue in this process, and the time is viewed with a flexible mindset. The familiar phrase "Insha'Allah" meaning good willing often reflects this cultural patience and the understanding that important matters cannot and should not be rushed. Trust and personal rapport form the foundation of business relationship, and therefore establishing mutual respect is prioritized long before contracts are signed. Formality, hospitality, and respectful dialogue are essential elements of communication. Ultimately, in the UAE, a decision is not just a transaction. It is a reflection of values, relationship, and long-term vision.
Hello.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Please have a seat.
Okay, Mr. Putra, thank you for seeing me again. I really appreciate your warm welcome.
You are most welcome, Miss Daja. It's always a pleasure.
So I want to check in about our proposal that we sent last week. Has you looked at it?
Yes, of course, we have looked at it carefully. It was a solid proposal, but we are still in the process of reviewing.
Of course, we understand it takes time. Is there anything you want to ask or any help?
The decisions here are not made individually. I must consult with our stakeholder and our senior member. This may take time.
Absolutely, we respect that. So we just want you to know that we are here if you need anything from us.
That is so appreciated. We value relationship, and for us, a decision must involve all people in organization. Rushing is not our way.
Completely understood. We're here for long term and happy to follow your lead.
That is the right approach. InsyaAllah, I will inform you as soon as possible.
Alright. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Today I will be sharing key insight about communication styles in the United Arab Emirates, a country where traditional Arab values blend with global business practices. So, the UAE's communication style is generally indirect, polite and relationship oriented, especially among Emiratis. Respect and modesty are central values, and people tend to avoid direct confrontation or overly blunt language. Instead of saying no, alright, you might hear phrases like "we're thinking about it" or "let's see," which are most culturally appropriate and less confrontational. Tone of voice and body language matter greatly. Emiratis often communicate with warmth and hospitality, but they also expect formality and decorum in business settings. Eye contact is important, but it should remain respectful, particularly when speaking with elders or senior executives. Loud or overly assertive speech can be seen as rude or aggressive. Hierarchy is another important factor. In Emirati organizations, communication usually follows a top-down approach. It's considered inappropriate to challenge or openly question senior leaders. Instead, messages are often delivered through intermediaries or phrases carefully to maintain harmony. The multicultural nature of the UAE adds another layer. With people from over 200 nationalities working together, communication styles can vary widely. For example, Western professionals may prefer direct and fast-paced dialogue, while Emiratis and professionals from other Asian or Arab culture may value diplomacy, patience and consensus. Understanding and adjusting to these differences is key to effective communication in the UAE. English also is widely used in businesses, but Arabic remains the official language and the language of culture. Using simple Arabic greeting like Assalamualaikum or Shukran is often appreciated and shows cultural awareness. Okay, let me give you a practical example. If you are giving feedback to a colleague in the UAE, it's better to start with something positive that gently introduce the area for improvement. For instance, your work for the project was very helpful. I think that's just an area we could strengthen next time. What are your thoughts? This approach maintains respect and encourages collaboration. So, in conclusion, communication in the UAE is all about respect, patience, and adaptability. Whether you are dealing with Emiratis or international colleagues, success comes from being culturally aware, speaking with the text, and listening actively. Building trust through communication takes time, but in the UAE, it's the foundation for lasting business relationships. Masya Allah, Habibi. This smell is so strong. Cambodia?
Naam, Ahi. This perfume is actually originated from Arabia. It's only 950 riyal.
950 riyal, Habibi? A bit much. Wallahi, I have seen something for close 700 riyal.
Wallahi, Yahi. Because I like your style and you have a good taste, let's say 850 lah, Yahi.
Allah, Habibi. But you know, I come to you with niyah to buy, not just look. So, we'll make it 750 with the gift and I will tell my brothers about your shop. Is it okay?
Tawakkaltu ala Allah. 750 this. You are a man of good words.
Barakallah, Habibi. May your business grow, insyaAllah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We will move to the next part, which is conflict management in United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates, which is UAE, is a country where cultural diversity and traditional value play a key role in how disagreements were handled. First, it is important to understand that the UAE is a multicultural society with over 80% of the population made up from expatriates. This diversity influences how conflict is perceived and resolved. While UAE is rooted in Islamic and Arab settings or traditions, many international business norms also exist. In UAE culture, preserving harmony and saving face are highly valued. Open confrontation is usually avoided, especially in public or formal settings. Instead, conflicts are often managed discreetly and with great diplomacy. The goal is not to win in a disagreement, but to resolve it in a way that maintains mutual respect and long-term relationship. Respect for hierarchy also plays a major role in many UAE companies' decisions, including conflict resolutions. It is important to not bypass the authority, and junior employees typically avoid confronting senior staff directly. This structure reinforces the importance of respect and discretion in workplace dynamics. Religion also influences conflict management. Islam encourages reconciliation, fairness, and peace. In fact, in the Quran and Hadith, promote resolving dispute through calm dialogue and mutual understanding. These values are often reflected in UAE meditation when neutral third party may be involved to help settle dispute without blame and shame. Now we will see how UAE companies handle conflict and management.
Hi, Mr. Adam.
Hi.
Thank you for taking the time to meet us privately. I hope I'm not intruding.
No, please have a seat.
Yeah.
We appreciate your professionalism.
Actually, I wanted to speak briefly about the timeline on proposal.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I noticed there was some hesitation in the last meeting.
No, first second. We take your clarity, but in our way of working, some matters take time. So there are layers of approval, and important that everyone is comfortable before we start.
Of course, I understand. We are committed to moving at a pace of works for everyone.
You mentioned the pricing adjustment. Actually, you mentioned it quite directly in front of our finance team. And it's better to handle smaller setting like this to avoid pressure or discomfort.
I appreciate that you telling me. That was not my intention. I'll be mindful and going forward. And thank you for bringing it up this way.
Shukran, Mr. Azim. These are small things, but in our culture, we prefer to preserve atmosphere of trust. And you are doing well to understand that.
That's mean a lot. Our goal is to build something lasting here, so not just close to a deal.
Inshallah, with this spirit, we will reach our success together.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. As we reach the final scene of our presentation, let's take a moment to reflect on what we learned about negotiating in Saudi Arabia, a country where tradition, religion and business are closely entwined. So throughout our journey, we've seen that Saudi Arabia is not just about oil wealth or grand infrastructure. It's a deeply rooted culture where relationship, respect, and patience are the key elements of successful business deals. So let's quickly recap. In Scene 1, we introduced Saudi Arabia, a country influenced by Islamic value, tribal loyalty, and strong family ties. Understanding this foundation is essential before entering any negotiation. Then in Scene 2, we explored bargaining behaviors, where negotiations are often seen as a form of art. So Saudis may start with extreme position, expecting counter-offers. The key is to remain respectful, calm, and never rush the process. Moving into Scene 3, we shared negotiation tips and the process. In Saudi Arabia, building trust is crucial. You cannot just jump straight to the deal. Personal meetings, sharing meals, and getting to know one another are essential steps before formal discussion begins. In Scene 4, we saw how decision-making often rests with the top executive or even a single person, usually a senior family or tribal leader. Patience and persistence are vital here. Scene 5 discussed communication styles. Saudis often communicate indirectly and politely. Nonverbal cues, tone of voice, and body language carry great importance. What is not said can be just as meaningful as what is said. Scene 6 covered conflict management. Here, harmony and saving face are valued. Direct confrontation is avoided. Solutions are often sought through compromise, mediation, or third-party influence. Lastly, reflection. So what can we learn from all of this? First, effective negotiation in Saudi Arabia is not about being aggressive or overly direct. It's about building trust, showing respect, and understanding the cultural context. Second, as future global business leader, we must be willing to adapt our styles. What works in one country may completely fail in another. So finally, this journey reminds us that cross-cultural competence is not just a business skills, it's human skills. So the more we understand and respect each other's values and custom, the more successful and meaningful our international collaboration will be. That's all from us. Thank you. Shukran jazilan.